Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brian from Whisperstatus 74, and I want to take a minute to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day. I hope you're spending time with friends and family today at picnics, watching parades, having a good time, relaxing. And I know some of you guys are probably still working today. If you are watching this later, I'm thinking of you guys. I know I worked many years on many holidays, and I hope everyone is doing well. I want to take a second to not only recognize the channel and to say thank you to the community that's part of this channel for all the support and all the kind words. But we do talk about personal things on the channel as well. If you're not someone who's ever familiar with this channel, this is not going to make sense to you. This is actually for the community that watches it. I want to say thank you, and I want to also talk about if there's anybody in your family that you've lost in the service, in the armed forces of any kind, or service or military of any kind, that I'm thinking of you today. Friends, family, brothers, sisters, grandparents, parents. That this day, though it's a long weekend and we get a chance to eat poorly and enjoy barbecues and everything else, just take a quick second to acknowledge it. What's interesting is the channel is about video games and movies, and a lot of the movies are war movies. And my father was a Vietnam vet, and he talked a lot about Apocalypse Now and the first blood, and also how false other movies were. And I think about that when I watch a lot of these films, and we talk a lot about, films and actors and things being real, when my dad always talked about camaraderie. And he was a Vietnam vet, and he was drafted from Bridgeport, Connecticut at 18 years old. And this is a picture of him here. And we talk about sacrifice, and I think it's a term that we throw around a lot. When we see people that are in the military, we walk by them in a store and we say, thank you for your service, thank you for your sacrifice. And being a child of somebody who was in the Vietnam War, I didn't lose him in the Vietnam War. He died a few years ago, but he never really returned from that war. He never really kind of came back. He was just this young kid, 20 something years younger than I am now. And how kind of bright eyed he was. So the reason I tell you this today is to not forget that the sacrifice of veterans, of you guys also who watch the channel, or perhaps stumble on this channel, that the respect that I have for those in the armed forces and in the military and in any branch of it, that it's not just the sacrifice of your time or your youth, it's the sacrifice of perhaps your future. Not just in something happening to you in a war or an accident, or it's the kind of parent you'll be, perhaps a better one. In the case of my dad, he really struggled as a parent. Now, it's personal stuff that we're talking about here, but this channel is not a TV channel. It is a personal channel between me and you guys. And I want to just give you guys my respect for any of you that served in the military, or had parents that were in the military, or siblings that are currently in the military, and that I'm thinking of you guys today. So while I'm, having a couple beers and eating hot dogs and, trying to always remember it in my heart of what the day really means, not just for the U.S., but for anybody in any country that serves and puts their life on the line, but more importantly, sacrifices their future. This is my dad, who died a few years ago, and that's us. And the effect that the war had on a young man, he never quite came back. But what was always poignant about the things he said was the camaraderie between him and his fellow soldiers, and how much he missed them and loved them and never found that again in life. And I think about that often. And I think about, we talk about thank you for your service, thank you for your sacrifice. Never forget that they sacrifice not just their lives, their future lives, their families, the kind of people they may be. And I pray for all of them that they will be okay, and not just survive. Not to be dramatic, I just hope that they're okay upon returning, okay mentally, okay physically, that they have all of their limbs and that they're okay. But I want to say thank you to you guys, for anybody out there who served in the military in any capacity, short stay, long stay, career. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about those of you that have lost family, siblings, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, anyone, grandparents, as far back as the early wars, that I'm thinking of you today. And that I wanted to thank you. And that dedicated this video to my dad, Chris, who, even with that service, never quite came back. And it not only shaped his past, his present, and his future, it shaped my entire life as well. And if you're a child of war, of a veteran as I am, and you're watching this, you know what I mean, that it doesn't always turn out okay. And I was without him for many, many years, and we got back together a few years ago, and we were both at peace. But that's the sacrifice for so many, and that is the real service. It's not just going there and all of us donating a few dollars and getting those little flowers. It's the real sacrifice, the one that's there after everybody pats you on the back, the one that's there after everybody, at least now, gives you a salute, where they didn't do that in the Vietnam War. But it's the real sacrifice, the one when no one's around, the one where they have a crying baby they can't be around, and they're struggling to find peace. So today is a somber video. I don't mean it to be. I thank you guys. This channel is really a second family to me. And for those of you that aren't out doing cookouts and you are alone or you feel alone, I'm here. And there's 3,000 plus of us that are here. Jump in those comments, talk to each other. It's a great group. It's a really great group, and I'm very, very humbled and happy to have you guys be part of this platform and part of this community. It's not a channel, it's not me, it's us. And I want to take a few minutes today to give the respect, honor, and love for the veterans that were lost, for current veterans, for those of you that are still there. I'm thinking of you, and those of you that are going to go in, I will give you all my thoughts and thank you. I know some people that are actually going in soon. I will thank you in advance. Send my love, honor, respect. Thank you so much. This video is dedicated to my father, Christopher. He's been gone about 4 or 5 years now. And though the war didn't kill him, it was a very slow death. An amazing man, very intellectual, very smart, but just never was quite the same. And for my life, and in my opinion, that's the sacrifice. And that's what I'm thinking about today. So, on a happier note, thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope you had a good time. Hope you're in a parade. Did all kinds of stuff that we do during holidays and barbecues. And I'm thinking of you. This is Brian from Whisperstatus 74. Happy Memorial Day. I'm thinking of all the veterans out there, past, present, and future. Take care.